welcome to Connector Pods, commercial services group recruitment podcast for job seekers and employees alike. In today's episode, we're speaking with Cieran Donnelly about the social work market and how it has changed and how it might change over the next year. Good afternoon, Cieran.
Afternoon, Joe.
Could you please let everyone know your job title and what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I work as Head of Qualified Social Work for Commercial Services. My job is really to go around our brands and to support our business managers, talent partners, really finding the best social workers for those local authorities and supporting in all of that, really.
So if anyone listening hasn't seen them already, this is actually our second podcast of Cieran. And in fact, he's done a number of blogs on our website over the DfE statutory guideline changes. So I would highly recommend that you go listen to episode 1 as well, and also have a read of those blogs. But today, Cieran, I believe you're here to speak to us about social work and the market. So in your opinion, what role do social workers play in shaping stronger communities and supporting families?
So I really do think that social workers really play a huge part. And I think in tough times, such as COVID and the current cost of living crisis, we've really seen the transformative impact they have. They empower individuals, families, and really help them to overcome challenges. A real strong point from them is they advocate for vulnerable groups to obtain resources, opportunities, and really they help build strong communities through outreach, education, and intervention.
And what do you think are the most misunderstood aspects of social work as a profession?
I think there are a lot of misconceptions around the profession, and I think the media in recent times has got a lot better at actually showing people what social care actually does. I think one of the main misconceptions is that social workers remove children from their family when really this is something they work against, and they really work hard to keep families together and really support them in the challenges that come forward. Social work is not just about children and families. It covers mental health, physical and learning disabilities, as well as a lot more. Also, it often appears that the work is really reactive, but their work is really proactive. And actually, a lot of it is preventative, stopping things come up between families, older people, anyone really in the community. And I really think the complexity and the emotional demands that social workers have are really, really understated for the work they do.
And from your perspective, how has the recruitment in the social work market changed over the years?
I think this will be my 14th year in qualified social work recruitment. I think there's been a few big changes. I think if we look in recent years, there's been a real shortage of experienced social workers, which has seen a real increase in job vacancies. Local authorities have really worked hard to improve their offering for permanent social workers. So it's definitely something I think social workers should consider right now. It's probably the best it's been in the last 5-6 years. I think the need from social worker has changed. So what they need from their talent partners, I think social workers now want someone that is a specialist in the field, really able to talk about what the role will be, describe that first day. And I think what they're looking for is talent partners to really be able to find the best opportunity for them, not just trying to look to really fill a seat.
Right, and almost from the other angle then, what do you see as the biggest challenge for local authorities when it comes to recruiting social workers?
The biggest challenge will always be attracting and retaining the best social workers in a local authority, which is hard, especially in times of added pressure. Best way to really combat this is by ensuring that social workers are supported, which will generate a good reputation for the authority and put it top of the list when social workers do start to look for the next assignment.
So what do you see changing in the social work market in the next year?
I think there's going to be a lot of change in the social care market this year, especially with the DfE guidelines now being in place. One of the real positives I think we're going to see is a real reduction and culmination of project teams and off-contract agency assignments. I think a lot of them have not provided the impact that was promised and have been a huge cost when better results could be delivered by framework agencies. There's going to be a real need for specialist talent partners in the market, both for locum and permanent opportunities that provide a benefit and value to local authorities.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Cieran, for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you for having me. And I really hope that some of those answers have really given some knowledge to anyone who's looking for new roles in qualified social work. And if anyone has any queries or questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime.
Well, thank you for listening to this special episode of Connector Pods.
We'll be releasing an episode every month on Spotify, YouTube, and our own site, so make sure to subscribe to keep up to date. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to reach out to us, email connectorpods@gmail.com. Connect with us again in the next episode.